organization that employed about 1,300 staff, you would find ladies about 30. And on the senior management team, we're about 3. Now, they bring this African lady. In fact, the driver was supposed to pick me up, said he expected a very big lady. So as I walk through the clearance of the airport, he's looking and saying, then you see with like a backpack. And he looked at the new boss. This is the new boss. Yeah. So in this organization, I was my main role was to turn the global office's opinion about the office. Now, that was the communication that I was given. Office is going to be closed down. You need to improve the procurement and ethical dealings of the organization because there's been mafias in the organization. Wow. So now this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, remember, you're African, you're a woman in a male-dominated organization environment. Yes.
Yeah, so thank you. Man on Top really is a book about a young man growing up.
Yes. A young man, Jeremy Demans.
Yes. And lessons that I have learned and I'm still learning on the journey towards manhood.
Yeah.
So this book is really a collection of those lessons.
Okay.
So the thinking behind the design is really about how can I make this book stand out on a shelf in a restock, and how can it get somebody to pick it up? Yeah. And
that is attractiveness. That is attractive to me, and then I'll pick it.
Yes. So the idea, of course, the cover is a person, a young man, as you can see, with muscles and looking.
Can we have a wide shot so we can see this?
Looking also cool and everything. So that was really, this is really what the cover is about. But then the title of the book, Man on Top, is very controversial. Actually, my editor told me, Jeremy, there is no way you can call your book Man on Top. And I said, no, I'm actually going to call it Man on Top because I think I can sell it. Okay, I think I can sell it. And so the first task for me was to define Man on Top away from the definition it already has.
That we already know.
Yes. So for me, a man on top is a man that is faithful, dependable, and responsible. So I began a campaign about saying you're a man on top, you're faithful, you're responsible, you're productive. So every man has within them a desire to be those three things, to be faithful, to be productive, and to be responsible. So every person who thought they were faithful, responsible, and productive said to call themselves a man on top. You see, that was the idea in terms of the title. The cover really was purely about getting people to pick up the book, especially the ladies. I think it worked.
Let's talk about the back of the book. There's a man with before we go there, there's a man in front of the book. You have a guy wearing shades. Okay, so what was the concept behind a man wearing a shirt? You know, in relation to the book itself. Why did you put a guy wearing shirts? Yes.
First of all, other than the fact that it was a good image,
yes,
I was really thinking about the future, where you are going as a young man.
Yeah.
But also, it needed to be somebody who is young and trendy and funky.
Yes, yes.
You know, so that the younger people can pick up the book and see themselves in it. Every young man wants to be nice and cool and trendy and have some big muscles. Some of us think we have muscles, but until you take off your shirt, you know. But I think this model actually looks a bit like you.
Yes.